Welcome to Outback. I'm Poppy, and this is the show after Bloodsport. And our next pay-per-view, folks, is Ladder Up, taking place in Minneapolis. And tonight, you probably noticed JB isn't in his chair. Well, it's because he's in the middle of the ring right now. Look, he's right there. Hi, JB.
Hi, Poppy.
Well, anyways, JB's in the ring to announce some announcements. So let's see what he's going to announce.
Ladies and gentlemen of the HTW universe, I have some announcements to make regarding our next pay-per-view, Ladder Up. Ladder Up is our location for the Money in the Bank ladder match. And this year, we've decided to do something big. For the first time ever, both the men's and women's Money in the Bank ladder matches will take place on the very same night, as we have now moved the Money in the Bank ladder match for the women that usually happens during our winter schedule to the summertime. And this huge thing takes place in Minneapolis on one single night. We said that this was going to be a 2-night thing like a year ago, but we changed our minds. So now both the men and the women will get to shine on one single night in the city of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Now then, you probably are wondering who will be in this ladder match. Well, this year, there will be 5 men and 5 women competing in this matches. And tonight, we're going to be announcing the men, and then on Rebellion, Poppy will be announcing the women.
Yay, I get to do something!
That's right. So, for the men, we have Tony D'Angelo. He recently showed up, and he's been doing good. He was in a tag battle Rumble match, so I think that he deserves this shot. Next, Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio actually is a former winner of the Money in the Bank ladder match, but I'm pretty sure he lost the briefcase to somebody else. And then we have Ilya Dragunov. He's a former Money champion, so he technically knows how Money in the Bank works. And then we also have Trick Williams, because he might be the global champion now, but sooner or later he's going to lose that championship. And if he wins Money in the Bank, he can become the next world champion. And then the last man is gonna be me. Wait, what?
Wait a minute! Who the heck is this guy? I don't know, but he's coming down to the ring!
Well, JB. I'm so glad to finally be here at HTW. So, who the heck are you? Well, allow me to introduce myself, JB. My name is Ricky Stars. The revolution has arrived in HTW. And JB, I know, you know, everyone here knows, the star should be in the Money in the Bank. So what do you say, JB? A new superstar just came to my face and asked to be in Money in the Bank. That's a perfect opportunity for somebody. You're in, even though we already shook hands, but you shook my hand, so, who cares? Ricky Stars, welcome to HTW, and you will be in the Money in the Bank ladder match. Oh, yeah. That is gonna be JB? What? I don't mean to alarm you, but, like, this guy, he's, like, crippling under the ring area. Wait, what do you mean by that? Yeah. JB Housen. Psst. Over here, Housen. I'm just gonna leave you guys to it. Wait, what the? Danhausen? What the? Danhausen, what the heck are you doing? What's going on? Danhausen's scared, Housen. Money in the Bank's coming up, Housen. And, like, my championship, Housen. It's gonna be stripped from me, Housen. This championship's no longer gonna exist, Housen. And then when Money in the Bank comes around, Housen, I don't have to try to win this belt, Housen. Danhausen, you're not gonna get stripped of the Money Championship. What, Hausen? Did you think when Money in the Bank happened we were just gonna get rid of this championship completely? Yes, Hausen? Well, no, Danhausen, you're still gonna be the Money Champion. Oh, phew, Hausen. Well, good. By the way, speaking of the Money Championship, what, Hausen? I was thinking, and we haven't really showcased this championship off that much. So, on the next Outback, I'm gonna have you defend that championship in an open challenge. What, Hausen? No, I worked so hard to get this championship, Hausen. You literally asked and begged to get the championship. Well, I begged really hard, Hausen. I'm gonna 90,000. Well, okay, well, now you know the 5 men that are gonna be in Money in the Bank: Rey Mysterio, Tony D'Angelo, Ilya Dragunov, Trick Williams, and the newest superstar on the HW roster, Ricky Starrs. Now then, on with the program or something. I'm gonna go set the commentary table, and then the next segment happens. Probably don't know my context or anything on what happened recently. Let me explain. Bronson Reed had the master plan to tap out of the Tournament of Death so I can get to the source straight. And the source is this hardcore championship right here. I won it, and now I'm the champion. It's time I defend this championship. So on Outback, the next one, I'm calling anybody out. Bronson Reed wants a challenge, and he wants it now. So, whoever's brave enough to challenge me for this championship, good luck, because you're never getting this championship off of my waist.
Well, folks, we're back, and JB's back at the commentary table. JB was so empty without you.
Yeah. Well, folks, it's now time for the main event, as one man wants to discuss the Money in the Bank ladder match.
Oh, who is it? Tony D'Angelo?
No.
Rey Mysterio?
No.
Ricky Starrs?
He was just out here.
Trick Williams? Whoop that trick?
No.
Well, then who is it?
It's Joe Hendry.
No! You said his name!
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry.
JB, how many times do I have to tell you this? If you keep saying his name, he's gonna clone himself.
Oh my god, you're still on that thing? Whatever, let's hear what Joe Hendry has to say. Folks, Joe Hendry here, the world champion, and he's here to address all the men that will be in Money in the Bank. First things first, the newest guy, Ricky Starrs. Ricky Starrs, you just showed up here to HTW, so if you're a newbie, I don't think you're going to do that well, but we'll see about that. Joe Hendry has some optimism. Next is Ilya Dragunov, the former Money champion, so he's technically like a Mr. Money in the Bank. Unlike your cash-in, which was successful, your next one isn't, because Joe Hendry's going to be the champion still. Then we have Rey Mysterio. He was a former Money in the Bank man, I'll give him that, but he lost the belt, he lost the briefcase. And then we have Tony D'Angelo. Boy, what kind of Jersey Mafia man are you? You ain't gonna get this championship, that's for sure. And then there is one man, Mr. Trick Williams. Whoop that trick, everyone's saying. Folks, he's the global champion. So if he wins the world championship, does that make him like the multiverse champion or something? Either way, Joe Hendry isn't scared of Money in the Bank, because Money in the Bank is just a mystery. And the mystery that everyone wants to know is, why does Poppy keep thinking I'm going to duplicate?
I'm really concerned about that.
Well, either way, Joe Hendry is your HTW World Champion, and this championship, it ain't going anywhere, because say my name, and I'm here, and also, I guess, freak out Poppy too.
Yeah, I'm very concerned that Joe Hendry might take over the world, JP. But either way, it looks like Mr. Man, he's ready for the World Championship to be challenged by Mr. Money in the Bank.
Well, folks, that has been HTW Outback.
Yes, it has, JP. It looks like you-know-who is not scared of Money in the Bank.
Yeah, and speaking of Money in the Bank, we'll see you all ladder up in Minneapolis. Good night on Outback.
And we'll see you at Rebellion. Bye.